Good morning, everybody. This is me, Jason Allen, again with your Traders Daily Discipline, and it is Tuesday, the 15th of July, 2025. Thanks for coming. Um, Want to be as quick and concise as I can for you so you can all get back to work, making sure that you're pulling the money out that you deserve. Just want to mention that we're going to have a couple more opportunities in the next day or two to review some things together, so watch your inbox for that. Let's get right to work. Today's quote is from Jen Hatmaker, which is her real name. I thought that was maybe a stage name or something, but no, that's really her real name because kind of unique. And she's 50 years young, interesting woman, done a lot of creative work in the area of relationships and management of time. Interesting kind of person who made most of her influence over the web. And I think it's interesting because in this period of time, the internet being almost what 45 years old, I think at this point, it's really just starting to get take off, which says something about the time investment in something that can really make a difference and change the lives of others and change your life as well. Trading is a lot like that. So I thought this quote by Jen was very apropos for what we're trying to do here. It takes some time. So here's what Jen said. She said, be patient. Do the best with what you know. When you know more, adjust the trajectory. As traders, there's a time involved in learning how to do this, and that's okay. Everybody wants a high degree of success right away. That's not uncommon. Um, Even for me, starting this social network community for traders, it's going to take some time. And I don't know if it'll work. Hopefully it will. I believe it could be a fantastic tool for traders to commiserate together, learn from each other's successes and failures, basically build on the synergy that's created when like minded people work together. Uh, One of the things that I discovered early on in life, in my trading career, is that I I wasn't surrounded with a lot of people that thought in a positive way about the markets. And I think I lost a lot of time and a lot of energy and certainly a lot of money wasting time and effort around things that didn't really generate true successful things. One of the things I can tell you is that, I spent a lot of time in the brokerage business working side by side with people that, you know, looking back, I'm embarrassed to even be called a broker, knowing how some of those people function, and that's what the world believes of people that are in the brokerage business. Um, I mean, 5-year-olds with a checkbook. That's really all that those people were. Some of the most ridiculous kinds of people you've ever met in your life are running $1 million operations and making all kinds of money. And I'm like, to me, it was tragic. I could not understand it, you know. Um, but in the end, what I realized is that the the thing that I was trying to do with my time and with my life was not congruent with what they were trying to do, even though we were in the same business, if that makes sense. That's why people make changes to what they do. That's why they might be very good at selling auto parts, but they can't work for this auto parts manufacturer anymore. There's something there that's different, and they need to move to sue another company. In the trader environment where you're learning to do a skill set, you're learning to become better at a skill set. It takes time, discipline, energy, and you need to start with where you're at right now. Start at the beginning where you are right now. Ask yourself some very good clarifying questions. What is it that I can really do with the skill set I have now? What skills do I have that complement building a trading method? What skills do I have? They're good things, but they don't help. Maybe I should stop relying on those skills for a period of time and do some other skill development or try to work without using those skills. One of the things that I learned in my journey to become a successful trader is that, I if you've read any of my books, one of the things I talk about in there is that, unfortunately, I was born with a gifted intellect, and it's great if I wanted to do something like build spacecraft or figure out the meaning of pi. But the fact of the matter is that if a highly intellectual person with a high degree of intellectual capacity could easily get sidetracked in this business and blow up and never figure out why. And that happened to me for a lot of years. I learned everything there was to learn about technical analysis. And what did I learn in the final analysis? That stuff doesn't work. It looks great. It sounds wonderful. It makes perfect sense on a piece of paper. But the markets don't function that way. My life took a 180-degree turn when I learned that. And it started to make money. I never looked back. If I would have known how simple, not necessarily easy, but how simple becoming a winning trader really can be, I would have been here a lot sooner. And you can too. So start with where you're at. Be patient. Do the best with what you know. As you learn and grow and develop, and you prove out that those things are working, then adjust the trajectory a little bit. Maybe trade a little bit larger, trade a little bit longer, hold things over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? You can adjust that trajectory a little bit. And we'll help you with all that, both at Net Winning Trader and in the meetup. So that's it for today, guys. Have a great day. And I'll be back tomorrow morning with our daily Trader's Discipline. Have a great day.